My name is Milo Wilo. Thanks for joining. If you're new, we appreciate it. Wanted to go over a new game today. I've been playing this for about a week, and I've actually been really digging it. Obviously, this game is called Element Fission. It's very similar to Summoner's War if you've played something like that before. Some other things I know it's like, Raid Shadow Legends, that sort of stuff. But I'm really kind of digging this game. The characters are growing on me. When I first started playing it, it was like, man, this is a little rough. But it's like, I think they're kind of growing on me. Like, I don't know. It's not awful. I've seen worse. I don't know. It's like the thumb people from Spy Kids run. It's a mech controlled by the girl who wouldn't stop shaking the fish in Finding Nemo. I don't know. Obviously these are my 5 stars. I have 3 of them so far. None of them have been quite, at least I don't think, quite useful for PvE. So, before anybody says, hey, what you got in your account? This is what I got on my account. They've been kind of fun to play with. I obviously haven't invested into them very much at all. I threw a little bit of stuff on this just to kind of get it into the arena. And oh wait, there is one more that I didn't show you. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that the barbarians are the Chow, like a Ragdoll, Leo. I'm pretty sure these are like those. I think. I could be wrong. If I am, correct me. And so this one has a fire teammates HP 42% leader skill, which is kind of crazy. I actually have really been enjoying it. Like I said, PvP's been like really shallow so far. I'll have to edit that out, huh? Alright. So, sorry, I'm new to this, and I wanted to try to make a little list to make sure I got everything written down correctly. So, the big things that I wanted to go over in this video. Of course, I want to cover the game. I want to tell you who I am. This is like writing a letter in 3rd grade to your English teacher. Like, who, what, where. My name is Milo Wilo. And thank you for joining. Thanks for coming in. I haven't had too many views on the channel, so if anybody's new and enjoys it, thanks for swinging by. Why is it so fucking awkward? I love games that are like this. I like going in and, the RNG of getting better gear and Summoner's War. Summoner's War captured me for pretty much, I'd say probably 2 solid years before I stopped playing on a regular basis. And then everything was so heavily invested in. Like, if you weren't spending money, you weren't competing in PvP. And that was kind of discouraging. I was with a guild that got, we were a relatively small guild, and I think we only had like 15 attackers, and this was probably back in 2018. We ended up getting, is it G3? I can't remember if they go 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1. But I want to say we got 1 red star. That's what I remember. I think we got G1. And that was like the pinnacle of our achievement. Actually, I'm still really good friends with one of my old guildies from that guild. And we still talk today. He lives in China and I live in the U.S. It's a pretty interesting story. Guy's like a brother. I'd take a bullet for him. Never met him. Don't know him from Adam. But he's a great guy. And that's something else I like about these games, is it really brings everybody together. Not that I'm trying to get all sentimental on you guys. I think that this game has really good potential. I think that because as quickly as everybody's come in, and we have, I don't know why I'm standing here. I could be farming a little something. Here is my my boxing team. I just did 6-star my pirate captain, and I don't have a bookworm, and I don't have a rat. You know, not very often that I want rats with my pirate ship, but I guess we do today. Everything, we can go over these guys if you want. So I've just got plus 70 speed. He's got 9,000 HP. I got him on 60 accuracy, which, I mean, that's livable, because with the 6-star he gets a dot on his skill 1, and that's the only reason you'd want accuracy on him. So being that I 6-starred him, I figured it would just make everything a little better. I'm doing B6 right now because it's part of my missions. She just has HP. She does have some speed. She doesn't really need anything else. I guess you could actually build crit rate if you wanted to, because you do damage based on the target max HP. So I mean, that's something you could do. Oh, the turtle tank is just the turtle in a tank. He moves slow. He's like Mav. So you want him to move behind everybody else. I could probably put more speed on him and it'd be more optimal. But right now he's just got a bunch of HP. That's pretty much all I'm doing with him. And of course the Popo Rider, or the Poo Poo Rider, and which is essentially, I think this game is Bernard, right? She's just there to give the wind buff. And then Steel Wings, who's the absolute champ in this game mode. I really, really, really like him. He's like Shannon, right? And I can still think back to, you know, watching people stream this game while I was playing. Had my Shannon, my Bernard. Let's see, who else? Who's the light vagabond? I remember having a light vagabond, and he gave that like passive debuff. Mike, stop talking. Start grinding. Jesus. Okay. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a bit of a cold. So the things I want for my account. Of course, I want a rat. And of course, I want a bookworm. But I've just kind of piddled around, and I was looking at some 5-stars and stuff. And I'm honestly not sure who I want. I kind of like being in this part of the game where, like, I don't know what I want. The game's fresh enough that anything particularly is going to be useful, and it's kind of weird to come from Summoner's War, where, and like I say, I haven't been following that game really hard for a couple years. But it's funny to come from a game like Summoner's War where you kind of know everything, and you have it down pat. You've got your daily. You know what, like how I said, putting my turtle on fast enough runes to make him efficient. Like, I'm sure if we let enough time pass, people are going to know exactly how much speed you need to optimize the boxing club run. And it's just one of those things that I kind of like that part of this game right now. Is like, nobody is sitting here shitting themselves over the efficiency of everything. Of course, and the thing with this team is it runs anywhere between like 5 to 10 minute runs on floor 10. And it kind of sucks because you feel like you're not running very optimally, but right now we're running safe. And that's the important part. And just sitting here thinking about what in the world I would like, because I genuinely haven't even looked into that many monsters. Tashar was one of the ones that I wanted more than anything. And I think, I want to say it was towards the end of, there was an event for the end of one year where they basically gave you a 5-star and you got to pick. And I want to say I got Tashar from that. But in retrospect, even after I had Tashar, which he's still my favorite, and that's why I didn't care, that's what I wanted, I could have had so many more useful monsters for my account. But of course, if you're not having fun, don't play the game. And if we're all going to sit here and be like, oh, we need this account, we need this, let's re-roll our account until we get these 4 stars. It's like, there's a balancing act between this game is not fun to play because I don't have the units I want and I can't play optimally, and this game's not fun because I have to have these optimal units to play optimally. So and they call it balancing the game. It's just one of those things that kind of, if the makers of this game can juggle that and not be overly greedy when it comes to microtransactions, I mean, I think they could really do something with this game. I've really, really been enjoying it. Granted, we're a week in. We're a little farther than to be able to say it's succeeded or not. But it's kind of inspiring to think that there might be another game that takes over. The animation style, maybe the character designs. Like, I don't know how they haven't gotten in more trouble for, like, just straight up copying designs. Or the fact that Swift runes are still called Swift runes and they do the same thing essentially. I wonder how much of that is a gray area. Granted, they'll figure it out if Come To Us realizes, and I'm sure they know this game exists, but if it's like, excuse me, it's like a lawsuit is like a dot. It's like damage over time. If Come To Us realizes this company is going to make at least so much money, then it becomes financially viable to sue them. So if they sue them and say they want 20%, that 20% means a lot more if they make $1 billion versus $1 million. So it makes you wonder that maybe these people didn't realize this game was going to get as big as it is now. Maybe they thought it would be bigger. Maybe there were, like Swift runes. Maybe they were called Swift runes as a placeholder because they didn't have another name. But it makes you wonder, because it's like, I wouldn't play a Pokemon game if it was like a bootleg Pokemon MMO. I wouldn't play a bootleg game because I would be afraid that Nintendo and Pokemon would sue the shit out of this company, and all the time and money that I invested into this would be gone. So it's like, that makes sense. Now, granted, there's a Poke MMO that's really successful, and yeah, it's neither here nor there. Maybe that's a bad example because of that. But it's like, how much grace is Come To Us going to give these guys? And I think a lot of people should move over. I mean, the fact that they have a pity system is about as good as it's gonna get. Like, looking back, I can't believe I played Summoner's War just for the sake that it didn't have a pity. The amount of scrolls that I've summoned, and it's like, mathematically, if I went back, like, especially since they released essences and blessings, I believe, maybe I'm thinking of blessings, but I said essences, sorry. With blessings, you can literally pull with a pity system until you have every monster. There's no way to do that in Summoner's War. I mean, there is, wink, wink, $20,000 Google Play account. Like, and maybe much more than that, honestly. But, I mean, I remember watching videos of YDCB going through, like, what he had spent on his account. And it was, over $20,000. And this was, like, back in 2018, 2019. It's kind of insane. And I think with the pity system, this game kind of gives itself a little bit of grace. I think it kind of helps itself out. So, I noticed there's not a lot of content on this game on YouTube. I think the Reddit has like 23 people that are subscribed to it. And it's like, sometimes you want to, like kick back and relax. And you want to play your game and watch YouTube while you do it. And I didn't see anything. So I was like, hell, maybe I'll hop on here and maybe I can talk to you guys while you play. And if you guys have anything you'd like to talk about, just throw a comment down there. I'm always down to play. I'm always down to listen. I'd like to be able to open this communication as, let's just start a nice community. The game's great. I got me a nice little guild. It's not something I've made, it's something I've joined. But it's like, hey, this community seems chill. Of course, there are like some anti-anything except Summoner's War guys that you run into every now and then. Ironically, on a game that's not Summoner's War. But, I just wanted to put my feelers out there and see what you guys thought. How are you guys feeling about the game? My name is Milo Wilo. Thanks for stopping by. See y'all.